This is Halloween.
Hi Virgo, how are you? If you're new, welcome. My name is Michelle and this is your weekly reading. Before I start, I want to make sure it was connected. But before I start, I want to remind you guys that my readings have no date. They are divinely guided. Everything has, well, not everything is going to resonate with everybody. And as I always say, this is completely general. So with this said, take or leave whatever you want. As I always say around no daycare, you guys have the control or to take it or not. So with this said, Virgo, let's move forward. So we got the Messer. We got the Awakening in reverse. The Fool in reverse. Projection, the World in reverse. Or like we are the world, which is the world. Sorrow in reverse. Abundance. The Innocence. And then we got the Silence in reverse. The bottom here, we got the Letting Go. We got Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Obviously Virgo, we got Aries, we got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Most of the signs. But either way, what does it say here? It says right here that there could have been difficulties in your life, especially when it comes to financial situation. It seems right here that there's a financial situation, Virgo, that's going to bring you some awareness into your life. This is going to show you who your real friends and who are people that you can trust and people that you cannot trust. So I do see right here that this situation is going to invite you to start projecting or giving the same energy back to those who do the same to you. I do see that you're a kind of energy that you can, some people call you stubborn and whatnot, but I do see that you are a very genuine energy. And when you give your heart and or friendship to somebody, you really mean it. But it says right here that sometimes you are too kind and too nice to people that don't give you that back. But either way, I do see that there's a difficulty that's going to actually give you awareness spiritually, specifically, and who are true people and who are not. Now, moving from that, I do see that some of you could face difficulties when it comes to financial stability. You know, this economy is not easy for nobody. And I do see that some of you are struggling in silence. You don't like to ask for help. You don't like to look desperate. But it says right here that it's nothing out of this world to ask for a helping hand, especially when you could have people who could do that. Now, they're saying right here that you don't have to deal with things on your own and you don't have to deal with everything in silence. It's okay to vocal your uncomfort, and it's okay to vocal that energy of like, help me if you need to. Now, there's an energy here that you are actually, without even fighting it, letting go of someone who you are tired of fighting for. Okay? Besides what I said, at the same time, you're actually finally letting go of someone who it seems like your energies are tired to fight for. I do see that it's just a lot. I feel like I can't even speak. It's like it's like you and your energies is like having like a knot in your throat, like you can't even talk about it, but I can feel it. It's like you want to isolate yourself, or you're isolating yourself because it's a lot of things are happening or will be happening that you don't know how to vocal it, you don't know how to deal with it, and it's like you're tired. It's not like you're physically tired, it's like energetically, emotionally, and mentally tired and exhausted of like trying so hard and like finding a fucking freaking brick wall. You're tired of like being used as a bridge to cross. It's like you energetically are saying, you know what, I'm just tired of sacrificing myself for nothing. And it's like you're trying to sacrifice yourself and doing the right thing, and sometimes you feel like it doesn't even pay off. And it's like, I don't even get that back. I don't even, nobody reciprocate what I do for them. So it's like, you're tired of that. You're tired of sacrificing. You're tired of giving chances. You're tired of like, it feels unfair. It's like, it's unfair that I've been doing so much and I do so much and I don't get that back. And I do see with the Chariot right here, Cancer energy, saying that it's time for you to take control. It's time for you to take control over that. You know, like it says, move forward confidently. Don't look back. Commit to that decision and start cutting people off. Not physically, but, you know, connections. It says that you're the creator of your own path. And it's also saying right here that this situation that you could be facing is not something new for you, because I do see that I wouldn't say that you have the most horrible life, but it does seem right here that you are no stranger to difficulties. You're not stranger to sacrifice. You're not stranger to the situation, right? I also see right here that this is something that is connected to your past karma, something that you have lived before as well. But it says right here that you need to compromise, because guess what? The universe is going to give you somebody that you had shared a past life with. This is somebody who you can trust and you can compromise, and they're going to show up in your life while all of this is happening. They're telling me that you're very intuitive and that you have a lot of psychic abilities, but you're not listening. And it says right here that a chaotic situation is about to happen. Now, be ready as well for an awakening, spiritual awakening as well, while all of this is happening. It says right here that while you are very stressed, and this could be happening very soon, that you could face a lot of stress because of a lot of things happening, they want you to focus on your inner voice, and they want you to know that things are going to get better, slow but steady. But while you do that, it says that this card right here, right? It says that like the turtle, right? You are going to gain a lot of awareness and a lot of experience into where you are never going to be repeating the same mistakes that you had. Now, this is not a punishment. This is an experience. Why? Because there's a lot of people out there who were playing like cheap. You were like, they were surrounding you acting like they're so innocent, like they're so cheap, like they're cheap, like not cheap, but cheap, like bah. And it's like, you know, they were acting like they're so kind, they're so nice. And it says right here that they were always a predator. They were trying to get advantage of you. They were getting advantage, taking you for granted. They were taking advantage of you. And it says right here that they were always acting just to get something from you, but it was not real. So now it says right here, once you call these energies out, once you recognize these people, right, the situation you're in, you're heading to a celebration, because everything gets clear, because you are seeing past the illusion. It says right here that the answers you seek are in the source of the universe, your prayers, your divine beliefs, right? It says right here that even though that it sounds harsh, it'll give you understanding, and it'll allow you to spread your wings and fly. It says right here that yes, even though that you may not be good at patience, this is a process. It says right here that it's a transformation, a rebirth for you. And even though that you feel like you're being treated like an outsider, because people may push you away, you may push people away, you're not doing that. You're actually just not where you belong. And the universe allow you to move away or to push you away, because otherwise you wouldn't have done it. But it says right here that very, very soon, big changes are happening. It says right here that towards the end of October, big changes are happening for you. And even though you don't have an idea and you cannot picture it, this is the door of possibilities for you. You're going to meet a person that you had a past life with, allowing you to open the door to possibilities, and you're able to create a better reality for yourself, not only physically, but also financially. And you are heading towards completion. This was a task. This was something that needed to happen, because you were actually closing the end of an era. This could have been also ending cycles that were quite unhealthy for you. They're saying right here, this is all because of your transformation. This is spiritual, this is physical transformation and awakening. It says right here that soon, you're going to be able to share your experience, and also share your bounty, share your gifts, share your money and your wealth, meaning that you are going to be like a example to follow. Your situation, it gets better, and you're able to help others. That's what it says right here too. Is because you were asking for something ordinary and you're not ordinary. So that's what they're telling me. You're beyond ordinary. It says right here that it takes courage and it takes strength for you for a flower to grow in the concrete. jungle. And it feels right here that you have done more than what you ever thought. And at this point, you actually sacrifice a lot of your wants and needs in your life. You postpone a lot because you're a kind energy. But often you cannot play the fool, because the fool, when people see you as such, you cannot heal, you do not do better, things don't get better for you. And often the breakthrough happens once you are going through difficulties, because you realize that the people who give you their back are people who you need to walk away from. But the universe gives you a person, a new person, who's like a twin flame. It's like a twin flame who allows you to understand why all of this happens and allows you to continue to move forward. And at the end of the day, you are heading towards an abundance that only seems possible in dreams. And the Lovers Gemini energy, as I said before, a Gemini is a twin flame of yours that is going to meet you halfway while everything is falling apart, and forces you to be patient and trust. And you're gonna feel exhausted, you're gonna be like, I cannot do it anymore. But this was the biggest lesson for you, because guess what you were actually heading towards bigger and better. You were actually heading to a big transformation, to a big change, to a place full of fresh grapes. That's what they're telling me right here. But the thing is, like, sometimes people who get around you, they take advantage of you and they see it as a joke, but it's not. And I do see right here that very, very soon a big change is happening to you. And it's hard to understand maybe this reading for others, because my readings are not just simple as love. They're more, they're beyond. They're actually supposed to like fulfill your energies and your soul, because I do feel like, yeah, love is something very important. It's very cute, but I do feel like a lot of tarot readers just focuses on that. And I like when my card shows me more than that, because I'm more like I like the spiritual readings more than the loved ones, even though that I like them too. But I do see that this is going to nurture not only the love part of your life, but also the spiritual one as well. Now, let me give you the potential initials of the person who's your twin flame, that person that you're gonna meet in the worst time of your life, and gives you hope and maybe answers to what this is all about. They're very old, so they bend quick. Keep in mind that this is also general, so it may make sense for some of you or not. Now, we got here the initials. They could be the first, last, middle, or even a nickname. We got X as Xavier, R as in Rose, Y as in Yes, G as in George, K as in Kilometer, O as in Oscar, T as in Tyler, B as in Boy, and J as in Jason, and X as Xavier. I don't know if I said it, but those are the potential initials I see here. Again, this could be the first, last, middle, or even a nickname. To finalize your reading, babe, I want to give you the astrological dices here. We're going to have a planet, a zodiac sign, and a house. And I will tell you what this all represents. Now, let's go with the planet. This represents the situation, right? And right away, we got Venus for you. And Venus represents pertaining to relationships, romantic or platonic, love languages, desire, allure. Now, we're going to go here with the zodiac signs, right? This represents the emotional side, and we got Virgo. And this says taking on too much, isolation, overly rational, anxious, focused too much on details, overly organized, and overwhelmed. Now, to finalize here, we got the house, which is the area of life, and you got the 10th house. This represents your accomplishments or investments, your job, your assets, your relationships to others, and your reputation. So this is the end of the reading, guys. I hope you guys liked it. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. I want to invite you to follow me on IG. I tend to follow back. You can find my Instagram link on the description box below. I'm on TikTok. You can also find all the links on the description box below, but I'm also on TikTok. I do small readings there. I also want to invite you to check out my Spotify. I do weekly podcasts on spiritual topics, English and Spanish, completely free. I'm also moving a little bit to Twitch to do some lives over there that I cannot do here on YouTube. And finally, as well, I am on Facebook. I have a Facebook group for those who don't have IG and want to follow me. And finally, I am open for personal readings for anybody who wants to get a personal reading with me. Please visit my website. You can find the link in the description box below, as well as if it's easier, you can find the same link on the bio on my Instagram. So with this said, guys, thank you so much for your love and support, and have an amazing day.